I'm Ricky Wester, and this is Mark Saldini. We're in our shop at Bodie right now, and we are looking at the Project CleanSpeed, AERO's zero emissions electric race car. See, it's about 90% mechanically done, and the electrical system's all designed, and we're at this point assembling, running wires and assembling equipment. So we'll just walk through.
Some of the big developments that we've gotten done this semester are we decided last minute to switch our upright design from a steel plate welded design to these aluminum machined uprights. Floyd in the machine shop used his CNC to cut those out for us. We've switched to a push rod suspension system in the back instead of a pull rod because of space constraints.
So these are, for wheels, we went with a solid aluminum forged wheel, or cast wheel. One piece, they're a lot more rigid than last year's wheel. All the braking parts are sourced from Willwood. They're pretty modular brakes. They've been designed to incorporate the braking bias of the car, which is due to like weight transfer. The drivetrain is pretty simplified because the electric motor, it's not like a car where you have to shift through gears. It's just one gear. So we have this here. Is that attached? Well, anyway, there we go. This is our box that will hold all of our high voltage for the motor. So right here, looking at the electric motor that we purchased, it's a DC motor, 144 kilowatt. It just runs through a direct drive into a differential, the differential is actually sourced from a Honda Civic. Running it like open differential, and then we'll have shafts that go from outside to the outside. So the drivetrain is pretty simplified. The front of the car, we've just got a steering column that goes straight into a steering rack that we purchased. We're using a electric gas pedal that's actually out of a Corvette because it provides really good driver feedback. So it's got some beefy springs in there that allow you to really kind of feel where you're at on the throttle, which is important.
For our electrical system, we're going to be using a Kelly motor controller. This plate will be dropped into this box. Then our control electronics will be placed on top of them. The high voltage cables coming from either box, battery box, will come into the sides of the box right here and connect to these quick disconnect systems right here to hook up safely to the system. I think that's about it.
So it's a lot of getting it rules compliant. High voltage is obviously very dangerous, so we take that really seriously.
Yeah. So what are your next steps?
Our next steps are to complete building the system, begin test driving it in parking lots, and then we're going to have some alumni come back in and work with us on making sure every single part is rules compliant so we can make it through tech inspection and actually race.
We still have to build a body.
So
we're going to build a body for it.
And what's the story with the race and racing? When does that happen? And
the race is April 29th to May 3rd at the International Speedway in Loudon, New Hampshire. The race will happen on the oval track for NASCAR and on the road track that they have there.
Oh, cool. And so can you guys talk a little bit about sort of like the opportunities of this, or the uniqueness of this project as far as hands-on opportunities and the students that just came through?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we just got finished giving about, I think they said it was not like, I don't even know how many groups.
There were 4 groups, probably each group had like 20 or 30 people.
Yeah, all engineering students, admitted engineering students. So we just finished telling them about our club and the opportunities we have in the School of Engineering. specifically for engineers, it's one of the only experiences that you can kind of get, when you can get hands-on, I guess that the school has to offer. And we also, when tours come through here, just general tours, I guess, as well, often. But yeah, so we kind of stress the point of getting involved and you know, showing off our project. We hopefully once we get this thing running, we can drive around campus or something a little bit and get other people excited about it. But yeah, we've been attending. We usually attend a few events in the Burlington area. We were at like the Tech Jam this year. We were at Burlington Alternative Fuel Day.
There was a teachers conference for getting involved in engineering in high school that we attended and gave a presentation at for teachers all over New England.
Yeah, like technology teachers. They were excited to hear like what kind of our experiences were and how they could get students in the high school level excited about it.
And what about like the renewable energy connections? Like, how do you feel about working on something like that?
As far as like work after the club, or like
yeah, like is this, are you interested in the renewable energy field, or do you think it's important research to?
Yeah, I think a lot of us are interested in the like renewables. I know a lot of us are really interested in the transportation industry, and one of the cool things about going with an electric car is you see a lot of the big automotive companies have been, I mean, they started off with hybrids, which is kind of what our club started off with, but now they're all switching to electric cars, all electric cars. So our club's kind of done the same thing with it. But a lot of us get job offers in industry working, you know, leading edge transportation, alternative energy.
One of our alums helped design the battery pack for the Chevy Volt.
Oh, cool.
And a lot of people think electric cars can't be fast, and we're going to prove them wrong.
Awesome. Do you guys have anything to add? That's perfect, but.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess we're excited to, once we get it done and we have it driving around campus, we're going to have our body put on it, which we're making out of carbon fiber, and then yeah, we'll be excited to have you guys come by and take a look at it. Do kind of some kind of event probably.
Yeah, sounds awesome.